Hello everybody, it's the 16th of April today, and my Persian Ironwood is growing away really quite nicely. Possibly should have given it a bit of a trim even sooner than I am, but you know, things happen and trees have to wait their turn sometimes. Let's just give you a quick 360. I'm going to make this a Timey Wimey video. But I'm just going to give this tree its first trim and try and bring it back. I want to try and grow out this side a little more to offset the lean, as it were. So that's my intention for this summer. Let's move you in a little bit closer so you can see what trimmage I'm doing. Okay, that's better. So I'm going to leave a few of these to extend a little. But I'm going to trim this right back to one leaf node. And as the tree is growing upwards, I want to shorten it a little. Obviously the name of the game is to have a small tree, not a tall tree. I'm really pleased with how quickly this tree has been developing. It's only a couple of years I've had it. Bought as a nursery stock, not as a bonsai. It's trained in a seed tray. There is a playlist showing its development from when I purchased it, which will be linked in the end screen and in the description for this video, so you can go back and check that out. As I say, I want to bring this side in shorter. Not so much shorter, but I want the weight of the tree to be leaning back in the opposite direction. So I'm cutting this side back a little harder, even though logic dictates that the harder you prune something, the more it grows, and so it's likely to throw out more growth on this side, because I'll just have to keep trimming. Got a piece of wire here, which I want to remove. I can find the end, and there it is. It's just beginning to cut in, so I've got to it in time, which is nice. Hopefully that branch is now set, and yeah, it seems to be. Of course, still wait for 10 minutes, it might pop back. Okay, so I'm going to trim these back. And this one, again, I'm cutting the apex back some because I don't want the tree to get hugely taller before it starts throwing out more branches. Okay, keep going round. I think I'll cut that back a little harder too. This branch is starting to come back across the silhouette of the tree, so I'm going to remove it entirely. Back to this branch, which is growing in the right direction, which I think I'll let extend a little more before I trim it. This tree has got these glorious purple edges to the leaves. I don't know how well that's picking up, but it is a very pretty tree. Okay, leave that a little longer. I'm not sure if I want these branches this low down on the trunk or not. This one in particular is growing in the wrong direction. I think I'm just going to nip it right out, like so. This one I'm going to leave in place because I feel the tree does need something in this quarter. I'm not even sure that's the right word either, but it definitely needs something in this area to help it balance. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll leave that one to grow a bit more, and similarly this one. I think that's probably enough pinching out and chopping back for today, except for that piece which is just spotted. Yeah. You see, yeah, I'm really not sure about this piece. And I've got a top now that's kind of a little bit square, and I'm wondering whether to lose this piece. I think I am going to lose this piece, even though that's the piece I had wired. Now decided I don't like it. That's better. That gives the tree a bit more of a kind of dome shape, which is more what I wanted. Okay, so that's shortened that down quite nicely, and has actually begun to bring the silhouette a bit more to this side. As you can see, I've chopped quite a bit, but we'll put this tree back on the bench and we'll come back and see how it responds in a month or so, or just a few seconds to you. Okay, so it's the 27th of June now, and I have defoliated the Persian Ironwood here, and yeah, it's got some interesting twigginess coming on. Now hopefully this will cause it to send out a whole new bunch of shoots and even more of that lovely twigginess. And this branch, which is designed to fill out this quadrant, is doing its job quite nicely. It was in danger of getting shaded out a little, so I have shortened back some of the top here, and yeah, back on the bench it'll go, and we'll see what happens. So it's the 1st of August today, and my Persian Ironwood is growing away really quite nicely, and it's definitely developing into I think a nice little tree. It's not in any way, shape or form a traditional style bonsai. It's definitely not an informal upright, or not a broom. It's I guess it's more of a natural style, similar to what you might see in the wild, I guess. Again, the nabari is not traditional bonsai nabari work. It has some very interesting roots, or at least I think they're interesting. If you're a regular to my channel, you know I have one criteria for my trees, and that is that they make me smile when I look at them on the bench. And if a tree isn't making me smile, well, it may have to buck its ideas up, as the old saying goes. So yeah, like I say, not a typical nabari, but it has the look of a tree that's sunk its roots into the ground and says, I'm not moving I'm staying right here. And if you walk in the woods a lot, it's got one of those marvellous little roots that you know, you find when you're not looking where you're going. Perfect for catching your ankle in. So moving up the tree, I just want to give it, well, what is probably going to be its final trim of the season. I just want to stop it getting too much taller than what it is currently. But become a little more twiggy. So just taking off some of these longer shoots to bud in the direction facing that I want it to grow in, because I may get a second flush of growth as we head into the second half of summer. Again, Persian ironwood isn't a tree that you often see done as a bonsai, or at least I've never seen it done as a bonsai really, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to try it. And I do love its spring and autumn colours. This branch at the back here has stubbornly not grown as well as I would like. I wanted this branch to fill out this corner, this corner of the pot, this quadrant of the tree. And it's so far been a little bit stubborn and a little bit reticent in coming out and fattening up, but it's getting there. And year on year I will keep letting it grow and thicken, and similarly with this one below here. I may come back to this tree once more before the autumn is out, but we will see. Otherwise, I really do think I would like this part of the tree to come down some more, like so. I think that would definitely give the tree a better balance. So let's see what I can find in my box of tricks. Okay, so I've got some I think this is 4mm bonsai wire. It's going to pass under the pot, over the pot. Okay, so now then, I just want to fasten that over without putting a lot of strain on the sides of the pot, because I don't want to crack the pot. That should hold that nicely, and then I can take a piece of this old plastic tubing, excuse my back, to the length of that, and put a slit in it like so. And that will just allow it to bow around that branch, and then I can take a longer piece of wire. Boom, that's the plan. Right, let's find a piece of wire that'll do that bit. I had this roll of rolls of wire given to me for Christmas several years ago now, but because I tend to take wire off trees and keep it, straighten it and reuse it, I barely use the stuff on this at all, but so it's quite good. It's getting a bit of use now. I'm taking some of this 2mm wire. I'm hoping that's long enough. I'm going to thread it through the tubing and then thread that through that part of the tree there. That allows the pipe to bend around that part of the tree like so, which means when I pull down, the plastic will cushion and spread the load a little, meaning that the wire won't cut into the bark, or at least won't cut into the bark so quickly, I guess I should say. But this shouldn't be on long enough for it to be a major problem, I hope. So now all I got to do, okay, so being a dingbat, I forgot to press record. So what I've done then is loop that piece of wire around this branch with the plastic to protect, as I said, attached it to this piece of wire, and then tightened it up, pulling this branch over to the left, and I think that gives the tree a much better balance. All in all, I'm really quite pleased with that. So, ugly looking contraption on the surface, but it's doing its job, and it'll probably stay on there until at least next spring. As I say, it's the 1st of August, so that plastic should prevent the wire digging in. And then come next spring, I can take it off, see how much it springs back up right, and maybe rewire it again if needs be. We shall see. I'll end this here and just say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do all the usual YouTube things, the liking, the subscribing, comment below, but most of all, please stay safe, everybody.